5 News meteorologist Danny Cassidy. We do have a chance of maybe some stronger thunderstorms developing later this afternoon and evening, but not putting too much emphasis on it because it's going to be very isolated. And for the most part, it's just going to be heavy rain, maybe with some gusty winds, but widespread severe weather is not expected. So finally, some good news is the severe weather season looks like it's finally coming to at least a pause for us here in June. You can see that level 1 risk there for areas along and south of I-40. Again, for the most part, it's going to be very isolated. Not even everyone's going to see maybe just rain in general. You'll see it here on Futurecast, but just want to put it out there that some stronger thunderstorms could develop. So for this morning or the rest of this morning, you're going to notice that maybe a couple of isolated showers again south of I-40. For the most part, though, most of us, if not all of us, are going to stay dry. As we head into the afternoon hours, you can see plenty of sunshine in northwest Arkansas and for most of the river valley as well. But you know, far southern areas, especially south of I-40, you're going to notice that south of Poto there and Waldron, so for areas of LaFleur and Scott County, could see some of the stronger thunderstorms develop. Again, it would be mainly heavy rain with maybe some gusty winds. By 10 o'clock, shortly after sunset, that'll wrap up, and then through the overnight hours, we'll have mostly clear skies. I do want to know that we could see some fog develop in some areas, especially anywhere that saw any rain, because we're going to have a mostly clear sky and a light wind. And with all the moisture we're going to have, we're just going to see that fog. We kind of had that pattern for quite a while. That's going to continue once again through at least tonight. In terms of temperatures, highs are going to be in the upper 80s in northwest Arkansas, low to mid 90s in the River Valley with that isolated storm chance for areas south of I-40 and light northwest winds, so not much relief from the heat, at least in terms of a breeze. For tonight, low temperatures are going to be in the upper 60s and low 70s across the board with a mostly clear night. That light wind, again, could lead to some fog development in some areas, especially where we saw any rainfall. Then for tomorrow, high temperatures in the low to mid 90s across the board. You can see obviously the warmest along I-40 there with that southerly kind of south-southwesterly breeze, about 5 to 15. Maybe you can see gusts up to 25 miles per hour. And tomorrow starts the stretch of plenty of sunny days, but as well as hot days and muggy days. And we've been talking about this a lot, and you're like, Danny, not again. You're going to show this graphic again? You're darn right I am. So again, what we're seeing here in the middle of the atmosphere is this ridge, this mountaintop pattern. And eventually, now we're finally on the edge of it. And once this starts to clear later today, now we're kind of fully underneath it. And that's why after tonight, that rain chance will be 0 or just very close to 0, if not 0, for much of the rest of the week into portions of next week. So as we sit underneath this ridge, it promotes, again, that hot and dry conditions. While on the other side here, you can see in the Pacific Northwest, it's going to be a little bit cooler as well as a lot wetter, and that low is going to drag down. This high is going to set up, and you're going to notice that past really tomorrow, it's not going to change very much. That high is going to sit really still here in the eastern half of the country. You notice from Sunday onward, it's not going to move very much. It's going to be very hot and dry for the eastern half of the country, and then a little bit wetter to the northwest. And then, eventually we get a little bit more of straight line flow, which indicates, again, pretty kind of static or typical patterns for the month of July and August, where a little bit more stormy in parts of the upper Midwest. And then to the south, a little bit hotter and drier. So what this also could mean is, as you saw it kind of move a little bit, it's a little bit more of a flatter pattern. Whenever you get kind of this flow, sometimes you can get these little just pop-up showers and storms that are pretty typical during the late summer, where the morning's sunny, the afternoon we see some clouds develop, off and on, kind of popcorn showers or storms you call it, and they dissipate by sunset. So that's going to be kind of the theme, I think, starting next week about Tuesday onward. So rain chances for now are pretty light, pretty scattered for that area. In terms of the feels like, though, basically very consistent as well. So for today, could feel like the low triple digits for the River Valley and the mid to upper 90s for northwest Arkansas. And then basically Friday onward, it's going to be about roughly 95 to 105 is that peak heat index during the afternoon. Obviously, going to be a little bit warmer in the river valleys. That's where we're going to see close to that 105-degree mark, and then mid to upper 90s in parts of northwest Arkansas. So it's going to be a very copy and paste forecast. And the problem is that, well, if it was a dry heat, maybe be a little bit more comfortable. There's nothing going to be dry about this. We're going to have plenty of moisture, and usually this is due to having so much rain during the spring and early parts of the summer, and we certainly had that. So again, we're getting more of the muggy heat rather than the dry heat here, at least for the foreseeable future. And unfortunately, that foreseeable future continues into probably the end of June. You notice that temperature outlook trending above normal for parts of Arkansas, or all of Arkansas, and especially to the eastern half of the country. And you notice where that kind of dig was, or that trough, a little bit cooler than normal off to the west. So again, this pattern's not breaking for at least the rest of the month. Probably won't take until July before things shake up a little bit. So your full 7-day forecast here, again, you can see not much change. We'll see sunshine, high temperatures in the low 90s there for northwest Arkansas. Again, starting Tuesday onward, a little bit more cloud cover comes in. Again, we'll have sunshine during the morning. It says partly cloudy, but it'll be sunny during the morning, then more clouds during the afternoon. So that's going to be kind of the theme from Tuesday onward. So for River Valley, again, the same thing, maybe an isolated storm chance south of I-40 later this afternoon and evening. But for the most part, very consistent weather, very muggy, very hot. So make sure to have that sunscreen handy, make sure to have those fluids handy. But for once, we're enjoying at least a little bit of quieter weather as we head through the rest of June.